Yeah, so I mean, the general flow will be you have like max 1 minute to pitch your thing, whatever it is. Then there are cards and pens, just write it down, put it on the wall somewhere, and then people can just vote on this somehow. If there are more proposals, then we have spaces for at least. Yeah, so that's the general idea, and then we will, I know, essentially we have the space, and beyond that, not really any plan. So then let's just kick it off with Boris.
Hi everyone, my name is Boris. I would like to talk about building a new lexicon, which I'm calling Knowledge Graph Notes. So for people who are familiar with terms like Digital Garden or Tools for Thought, a long-form note lexicon that has backlinks and lets us publicly publish things that may be in single-player websites and basically turn AppProto into a giant distribution network for long-form notes. In the Discord, I actually have put a link to some notes that I've put up around this. Come join me if you want to dig in and make a giant worldwide global knowledge graph. Thank you.
Awesome, thank you. So, and what? Ricardo, yeah, sure. Yeah.
Hey folks, I'm Ricardo. This is more of a topic probably for like an open discussion than a presentation, but I actually want to talk about reputation systems and the way that we can build a reputation system that allows for individual local views on the data, so that we can both avoid the high score problem that systems like Reddit end up getting or Slashdot, and the problem of reputation being perceived as something tradable like money that a lot of crypto reputation systems end up getting. This is also related to a discussion on decaying data, or on how the amount of data that has only temporal relevance, like reputation, out of which reputation is one, is increasing, and how do we handle this on systems where we actually do have permanent data logging, like AHOY. So grab me if you want to talk about that.
Awesome, thank you, Ricardo. And then we have Georg.
Hi. First, I want to say thank you. It's so refreshing to have a technical conference where nobody wants to talk about AI, but I want to protect content from AI. I have to say I don't have any clue about Blue Sky and protocols. I'm more of a Mastodon guy for now, but I'm thinking how can we obfuscate our content so we can assure only humans are able to use it. Since big tech is the enemy somehow. So if you want to talk about that, yeah, find me. Thanks.
Awesome. So this also sounds a bit like usage rights of content and stuff like this, right? So like to frame it a bit more broadly. And Paul from Vienna, yes.
Exactly. Hi everyone, I'm from Vienna. I'm the official representative of the University of Vienna, and I brought you this message: trust in the scientific process. It's the only thing that's between us and the zombie apocalypse. No, I'm joking. My university doesn't really care too much yet about, so they're still stuck in x.com land currently. This is a general problem for the academia worldwide, as you have maybe read that there is being pressure put on those institutions. The topic I want to propose is like a meta, but also technical, which is what are the needs for the scientific community and which architecture, which kind of infrastructure is best suited to support these people. I think the academic institutions and the scientifically inclined people on this planet, they now have to come up with something resilient. And yeah, the questions in this session would be something like, how can we sustain the archives even in times of political trouble? How can we keep those spaces friendly to any scientific work? So if you want to talk about this, interested in science in general and the communications, I'm happy to talk about it. Thanks.
Awesome, thank you, Paul. And then we have Matthew from Brussels, right?
Hi everyone, I'll be brief. I'm probably the only person here who's not actually a developer. I don't know, anybody else? I feel less alone. A lot of this went right over my head, but I'm the guy in Brussels that they turn to for challenging online problems, and I've been that guy for 30 years, and I do see enormous potential in Blue Sky, and I'm trying to get large organizations to publish and move from X onto Blue Sky. I'm not here speaking on behalf of any one specific large organization, but I spend my life working with the European Commission. The problem here is that all of the social media managers at every large organization you've ever met have cut their teeth on publishing on X. They own their institutional account. They don't care about their colleagues. They've all got personal accounts. So they just publish and they broadcast. These organizations have enormous benefits from Blue Sky, but to get those benefits, they're going to have to use custom feeds and starter packs to create porous community groups within the Blue Sky global conversation. And for that, they're going to need dedicated tools to coordinate all of their colleagues' accounts, which ones go onto which starter packs and which list and which custom feed. If you don't provide those tools, then the cost benefit is never going to be positive. It's going to be too much work for them because they're going to be coordinating themselves by email. And everyone in the organization, there'll be 300 accounts of 300 people from an organization. There'll be 600 starter packs and 900 custom feeds, and nobody will be able to find anything. So help those large organizations move onto Blue Sky. You help bring the narrative, the content onto Blue Sky. You bring the journalist onto Blue Sky. You bring society onto Blue Sky. And if you'd like to talk about that, I know what we need to build, but I'm not a developer, so I need help figuring out how much it's going to cost. Thank you.
Thank you, Matthew. And then Resolver.
Hi, so what would be really nice, of course, is a independent app view in addition to the official Blue Sky one. So I recently had some, or in the talk, there were some technical ideas how this could be solved, and of course that's something I would like to talk about. But for having an independent app view, there's of course also an organizational structure that needs to be behind that. So also if you're interested in maybe, or have some ideas how that could be achieved, maybe a non-profit in Europe or something to host something like that, yeah.
Thank you, Resolver. And then, for now, last but not least, Sam from close to Frankfurt, right? Yeah.
Okay. Hi, my name is Sam. I just sneaked into the queue. Last year, we built an algorithm or platform, especially a pipeline for news articles that can be automatically checked for their trustworthiness regarding objectivity, subjectivity, the basic structure of which claims are made in these articles. And we tried to standardize the process to just make it easier for journalists or generally users to see if the post or the article which is currently displayed is trustworthy or not. So we have a large flood of AI-generated content or just fake news content all over the internet. And yeah, we want to tackle this approach by now developing a client based on AdProto, which allows the user to easily integrate this in the feed to get a little badge for the trustworthiness of a content which is displayed. And if you're interested of how such a pipeline could work and how AI might or not be involved in there, just hit me up. Thanks.
Thank you, Sam.